Alright, we're going to review the OXO peeler. It's a julienne peeler. It's got some fine teeth right here. And the reason why we purchased this is we used to have the Zoodler, which was something that everybody went and got to peel noodles, like doing veggie noodles. And so now we're going to use this to replace that, because that was kind of hard. It was hard to turn the carrots in it because it was like sharpening a pencil. Alright, we're going to do some demonstrations. We're going to start with a cucumber. You can hold it like I like to do, and I like to get the outside parts to use for the noodles. You can get the white parts too if you like. So let's look at the noodles here. So that's good. And we can use this. I'll show you how to make a quick cold salad later on. Let me get a few more. You can hold it like if you have kids and they want to use the glove, or if they want to hold the cucumber, they can hold it like that and keep going down. I don't like to get into the seeds too much, because what I can do is I can thin slice the rest of this cucumber later and make a quick salad with it as well, or cut it in chunks and put it in like a spring salad. Alright, so there's the noodles for that. Alright, let's go on to the carrot and show how the carrot works. Carrot's kind of bumpy, but we'll start it out like this. Like if you got kids and they just want to run some noodles real quick like that, keep the blades away from their fingers. Because sometimes what can happen is if your hand's too big, you might get scrape that a little bit. But mostly, it works out pretty good. And then rotate it a little bit. Look at there. Just keep going. You got the carrot noodles. Oh, looks like we had a bad spot in there that I tried to cut out. Alright, so, and you save these small pieces because you can chop those up and use them in soups later, or chop them up and put them in a stir fry later, so you don't have to throw them away. Or chop them up and do a vegetable stock. Alright, let's do this other small carrot real quick. Get us a few going on there. Whoops, dropped it. Alright, we'll get this side. And like I say, there's no reason for you to put your knuckles in danger or worried about hurting yourself. And this makes quick work of the carrot, whereas the Zoodler, you'd be struggling to grind it through. Alright, we'll put that over to the side, like I say. So plenty of the carrot noodle. You can use that just like the zucchini or squash. Alright, here's the one you're used to seeing, the squash. Or you can hold it down. I don't like to get too far into the seeded part. Again, you can cube this down and saute it, you know, or stir fry it, or cube it down and cook it up in a vegetable soup or stew. So save that for another dish. That way you got the bright yellow parts of the noodles. We're just gonna mix them in with our carrots over here. We got that. Here we go, you know this part too, the zucchini. So I like to hold it in my hand like this. Get some good noodles going on there. Or hold it down like this. You know, and if your kids are trying to do it, you can stab a fork in one end to hold it if you need to. Alright. And then once again, you can chop and cut this up using a stir fry, saute, put it in a vegetable soup, put it in some, cube it up, saute it up, put it in some fried rice. Alright, so unlike the Zoodler, you could not stuff an apple inside a Zoodler because it just wasn't big enough. So if you wanted to do like a slaw or some kind of fruit salad, or wanted some vegetable strips, look, you can do the apple, maybe rotate it a little bit. Oh, got some brown marks. Anyway, there you go. See, you got some fruit. You got some apple fruit. In case you wanted to make like a slaw or something. Fruit slaw, fruit mix. There's the apple. And then the orange. Oh, let's add this zucchini over here to the carrots and the squash. The orange, really, you don't want to eat orange peel. But you can almost use it like a good zester if you want to add like strips of orange peel to a sangria or some kind of cider or some kind of hot dish or tea. See, look at these pieces. Those are good pieces. And you can strain them out. You can strain them out of whatever tea or juice or liquid that you're making with the zest of the orange. So this is a lot better deal than the Zoodler, and it works on a whole lot more things, and it's easier to clean because everything's out in the open. And a quick tip is just to rinse it off real good if you're not ready to wash it yet. That way these parts of vegetables and fruit don't dry on it. And this is probably, I think this one was $7 on Amazon, and it's on my list of tools, my best kitchen prep tools. And you'll find some other things on there as well. And we're gonna, in the future, we're gonna make more videos so you can see how we use them. All right, we're gonna show you how to put together a quick noodle dish out of the noodles that I made with the OXO julienne peeler. I'm just gonna put a tad bit of oil in here, not too much. All right, we're gonna come in. I got the pan screaming hot already. We're gonna get all these vegetables. And I'm gonna get a little bit of onion that I cut. And we're gonna get this. We're gonna get this cooked up real quick. And another thing that I have right in my kitchen list, I also have these, the silicone coated OXO good grip tongs, so they don't scratch up the bottom of your pan.
So that's a non-stick pan, right?
That's right. That's the Tefal non-stick pan that is also on my best kitchen cooking list. The trick with these noodles is to get them nice and limber, like you like them, but not cook them too through to they're too mushy. All right, I'm gonna stop right there for a second and get some of my favorite seasoning, the secret seasoning number 5 I get from spicesbysarah.com. Anyways, back to the cooking. I'm gonna give it just a little bit of seasoning, not too much, because I have a little quick sauce I'm gonna make at the end. It's just gonna be like an Asian flavored noodle. All right, let's get a little toss action. I'm gonna cook it just a little bit longer. I still want a little bit of bite left to the noodles. And they'll cook some more too with the remaining heat. So as you see I'm cooking with all my stuff that is on my list. My Tefal pans, my OXO good grip tongs, we're not really going to put any salt in this because we're going to make a little sauce at the end with a fish sauce. Now if you don't like fish sauce, you don't have to worry about that. We're going to use a little low sodium soy sauce and just a tad bit of oyster sauce for a little bit of sweetness. Alright, these are looking good. Cook them another few more seconds. And while we're doing that, I also might put a little bit of sesame seed in there too, since I have some on hand. I know everybody's probably not going to have that, but you can do this with just the soy sauce and maybe a little bit of sesame oil. All right, let me get my noodles looking good inside my bowl. All right, I'm gonna get them all in there. And these noodles are like spinach. Once you cook them, they get a lot smaller. So if you have a ton of them, just remember they're gonna get down. So we're gonna move on, and I'm gonna add a little low sodium soy. I'm gonna take it off the fire for a second. Low sodium soy. We're gonna add a little fish sauce. Maybe a tad bit of water. Keep the sauce going. I'm gonna add in a little bit of the oyster sauce. There we go. And like I said, if you don't like all this, you can always use some marinara sauce, some spaghetti sauce, some bechamel sauce, just whatever kind of flavor. I judged that a little bit wrong. Let me get a little bit more water. All right. Let me heat up a few of my little white sesame seeds in there. Just enough to get a little flavor. All right, I'm ready. Let me pour it over the top. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a little drizzle of sesame oil. And the reason I didn't use this in the actual noodles is because the taste is stronger when it's fresh out. And that way you can smell it and taste it stronger. If you want to cook it in there with it, that's fine. All right. Let's check it out. That worked out really good. I wanted to show you another real quick dish. It's more of a fresh or a cold or a cool dish. All right, we're gonna start with a little bit of olive oil, and this will go quick. And put it in this little bowl right here. Not too much there. I'm gonna use a little red pepper flake. I like a little kick. This is a play on like vinegar marinated cucumbers, like down here in the South, where you have a little sweetness, you have a little vinegar, you got them cucumbers. I'm using some unfiltered honey that we have. Uh-oh, it takes so long it might make the video real long.
Isn't that the honey from my grandma's house?
That is the honey from your grandmother's house. All right, here we go. We're gonna have to speed it up with a little spoonful of it.
Because she has bees at in her in her lawn sorta, and we get honey from the people that take it from the little hives.
That's right. So right now we got red pepper flake, olive oil, and honey. I'm gonna give it a few dashes of this red wine vinegar. So you kind of got that sweet, sour, a little bit of heat. We're gonna add in a pinch of salt. We got a little bit of red onion that I cut up earlier. Oh, you see that I got a little bit of that cucumber in there already. And the shredded cucumber we did earlier with the julienne peeler by OXO Good Grips. All right, let me see if I got everything in there. We'll get my honey spoon. We'll toss it up, and really, this is gonna need to sit for a little while so that red pepper flake will really get in there. And I just did a small portion just to show you what you can do with these fresh julienne vegetables and fruits. So I'm gonna get in there with my hand because I'm probably gonna eat this anyway, so you don't have to worry about it. Mix it up. Let me see. Oh yeah, this tastes pretty good. Let me give me a small little bowl so I can show it to you. Put it down next to the honey right there. All right. And remember, this is the cucumber, not the zucchini. So this is like a play on a nice cucumber salad, like you marinate in the South. A little fresh olive oil, red wine vinegar, red onion, a little red pepper flake. If you wanted to, you could add a little garlic. I don't think it's necessary. And we'll give it a try. But really, it's going to taste better if you let it marinate for a little while. All right. See how that looks? It's got that nice flavors in it. All right. Tastes refreshing. You can put that back in the refrigerator and let it cool down. And let that red pepper get a little bit stronger. Oh, that'd be fantastic. All right, we'll see y'all next time. Remember to like and subscribe to our channel.